Hey family, look, if the internet cut out, look, it's Urban's Viola. How you guys doing? I was having little issues. I got a sign saying that the internet's going to be out. Man, I should have fixed this chair. I got a sign saying the internet, a note that a text message saying the internet might go out because they're doing a roundabout here. And I did a video. I hated the video, and I says, "Let me just go live." Yeah, I did a video, and I was gonna put together, but I was like, "No, let me go live." Look, like the video says, like the name of the videos, we need to level up our bones. Pretty much, it's going talking about bone infection. When your body gets to where your bones infected, oh yeah, there is help. There is help because the bottom line, so we also about the root cause. We talking about herbalists, in the whole homeopathic realm, in this realm, not going to the doctors. We're going to the doctors too, I be talking a little trash, but going to the doctors too. But all we're gonna do is save the bone, save the limb. Wherever you got a bone infection, we want to save. It's all about saving that limb because I don't want you guys losing no. How can you say? Because you can't get an infection in your teeth. Yeah, I know that, right? Yeah, I can get infection in your jaw. But when you get an infection, look, it's it's very, very serious. It's nothing to play with. You want to get it checked out and checked out fast. Checked out fast. Yes, we have treatments because I'm always talking about that fire cider. I'm always talking about that fire cider. No matter what, everybody should have that in their house. That's why I made the video. I made the video specifically so you can have something because look what's going on. A lot of people don't come on. I don't know how many people's listening or anybody's on, but right now it's like how many people in the audience, I'm gonna just ask the question, how many people or really don't want to go to the doctor now, during not during this the demic time. You talking about between 2020 of March to now. It's like a lot of people lost their insurance. A lot of people don't want extra bills. A lot of people just don't want that issue. They don't want that problem. Now, if you don't want that problem, you don't want that extra bill because, we have to save up. Because, look, a lot of people did lose their jobs. A lot of people are still going out looking for jobs. A lot of people don't want to go back to work, especially all the stuff that's going on because, a lot of things like hidden behind the scenes. And it's about really getting our level up to the bones of things. I know I'm talking about our bones, but the bones of things that's really going on in this world. I'm going to play a clip later. I may not play it here. I may play it in HK Network, but I want to get this clip out that was the main reason why I was like, let me just do the video, record it, not go live. But anyway, but far as when you have bone infections, family, there is help. There is help. Like, in your mouth, you got clove, we talking about like mouth infections when we have a tooth that is, poisoning us. It's slowly poisoning us. You got clove, you got oregano. These things help. Same thing with your body, turmeric, garlic, my favorite garlic. Y'all be slipping on garlic. Don't sleep on garlic. But these things help. We're talking about stuff that's antibacterial. Because when you get that bacteria infection, you get that pulp, that pus, and then when your like in your limbs start swelling, especially feet, you have a lot of elderly people that have, they actually broke their bone, but it didn't heal, or you had surgery and it didn't heal. But then it's a lot of our elderlies that's getting these hip replacements, these artificial parts in our body. And we don't want that. Like I said before, I want to save our organs. I want to save us from getting these artificial things in our body. Because your body do reject it. Your body reject it. Why? Why your body reject it? Because it's foreign. Your body like, I don't know what this is. I want a body to heal naturally. Because the body already know how to heal naturally. Yes, you already know that. I talk about it all the time. Our body already know how to heal naturally. But the worst thing we can do is have something and get, poisoned by it. Just think, you thinking, oh, if I get this, like most elderly, they fall and they break their hip. And if the hip, okay, so the normal time for it to take a hip to pretty much like start the healing process, because we know when our elderly break something, it takes them a little bit longer. So we're talking about anywhere between we're talking about 6 weeks to 4 months. We're talking about 12 to 18 weeks. This is a long time to be down. So imagine when they're down, you get bed sores, you get, sometimes you don't have any circulation. And then when you don't have no circulation to that limb, guess what end up happening? You end up getting gangrene. You end up getting where it's just basically dying. I mean, it's dying to the fact that there's no help. Yes, there is help. You be in the hospital and they give their antibiotics, but you got the natural antibiotics as well. But it's so serious, and it depends on where you at, what a part of the life you in. If you know about herbs, if you have someone that's right there to monitor you daily, to get you the herbs, to get you the regimen, get you the treatment, and make sure. But other than that, go to the hospital, get there's a podiatrist. You get with them if it's your foot and your limb, but it's mainly our feet. It's mainly our feet that, and a lot of diabetics have this issue where it's not circulation. They end up getting a bone infection. They end up getting this, and we're talking about, this is a infection already in your blood. So when you got the infection in your blood, and when it goes to your bone, what is it doing? If we're not treating it, and the minimum time, well, I would say minimum. It depends on the way, how much fluids you actually put in your body, the condition of your body, meaning, are you active, you're not active, about your metabolism, your microbiome, your absorption, because a lot of people are not getting iodine, not getting, getting the little thing of magnesium, and you need these, like I said the last video, you need K2. So make sure that the plaque's not building up, the calcium's not building up in other parts. So the K2 actually makes sure it gets where it needs to be. And where it needs to be is where that issue is, where the nutrients gets to your bones, and your bones get the good nutrients, which is vitamin D, the calcium and magnesium. You need those three, because we want strong bones, we want healthy bones. We want to make sure that our body is, in optimal condition. I mean, who really wants a bone infection? That puts you down. We talking about just treatment alone. Treatment alone for bone infection is like 12 weeks. 12 weeks. So if you're down 12 weeks, what kind of life are you having? You have somebody that's going to be there taking care of you. It's going to hard for you to go to the bathroom. You got to go by a bedpan as you laying there. Like I said, your body develop bed sores, and your body develop other things too. So, it's just best to just, take care of ourselves. Make sure, you're checking your mom's, your grandparents' feet. Make sure you just checking it. Make sure you checking their toes, just making sure that, if it's soft to touch. Make sure you ask them, last time they bumped their feet. Because, a lot of us, come on, a lot of us hit our toe and we just, scream, yell, but we don't really go check it. You don't know if you fractured your toe. A lot of us don't. A lot of us don't. When bacteria gets in there, it's dangerous. It's dangerous because and I wanted to make sure that I'm clear that the whole reason to get help is we want to save it. We want to save the limb. We want to save. We don't want you having surgery. We don't want you to get gangrene, because when you do get gangrene, you have to have surgery. You have to cut that pieces off. You really do. And it's a lot of our elderly, especially, let's be honest, they would say it's mainly in people that has diabetes. Now, people that has high blood pressure, they are susceptible to it as well. But it all depends on, like I said, your lifestyle. Of course, your weight plays a part. Your activity level plays a part, and this is the main reason why I say you got to be active. So you want to. I keep saying it's free doctor. All I'm saying is getting out into nature, making sure you're walking, you're moving. If you could do like strength exercise, that's why you see a lot of adult daycares come out. You're like, adult daycare, how expensive is that? But yeah, because they need to, they need to be in a track. They need to be out there going regardless. Regardless, I know I showed this book, and I should have had the page marked, but it just shows, you know, it's just a picture. It's just a picture, and it's like the life stages. It's the life stages, and I just wanted to just put this out there. It doesn't say that you have to be. I just want to show this, and you see life expectancy. You see the life stages. Now you see the life stages, and if you look at the life stages, so I know I spoke of this before. Look at the life stages. The baby to elderly. It doesn't show him with his cane. It doesn't show him with you know, it doesn't show him with a little stomach, yeah, because your metabolism slow down. But this is not, this is not where you should just have so much massive weight, because that weight do take a part. Same thing with bony and skinny, same thing. I'm skinny, I fall down, I hurt myself, but it all depends on the fall, and I'm not going to go get into that. But we're just talking about bone infection. We're just talking about making sure that, you just take care of yourself. And if you look at that page, if y'all get the book, I already recommend everybody get this book, because it teaches about your blood, your eyes. It just teaches about the body, the human body, the human body, and it's about the blood and everything else. But anyway, these are books is good to have on hand, especially what's going on today, because between 2020, like I said, between 2020, March 2020 to now, a lot of people don't really want to go to the hospital. They don't want to be seen by a doctor. If you don't want to really be seen by a doctor, you definitely need to have your apothecary together. You need to have learn, take a herbal course, take a herbalism course, a herbalism course, learn how to take care of yourself, because look, um minor cuts, bruises, and little things, like in up to serious things, like I said, bone infections, you can treat yourself. You can treat yourself, but it's like when it gets to, well, the method, I would say the method is not slower, but it can be, because it depends on your diet. It depends on, really your whole way of life, your total way of life, to be honest with you. Because a lot of us think that if we eat the meat and we get the protein, everybody got their say, but it's already out there. Studies already out there. If you get your meat protein and your how can they say all this other stuff they say you get from meat, your body, our human bodies don't really know how to process it. That's why you end up getting all these itises and um all these other names that I said it before. And this is when I get in trouble, because I be like, I shouldn't be saying that. But you go to the doctor and they're going to give you a name of what it is. They're going to give you a name of what that is. But is it the root cause? If you get down to the root cause, because we don't want a band-aid, we want a root cause. That's why I'm always going to talk about that fire cider. I'm always going to talk about, just making sure you have these things, like a cold pack, my cold pack, the garlic. You've been talking about an orange, lemon, lime, really, honey, cinnamon, a lot of things that we don't look, garlic, a lot of things, onion. I'm throwing this stuff out there. This is what you should have in your cold pack. So you can boil some of these, I ain't going to show, but you can just take like 2 or 3 of these items, boil it, and it's taking care of the bacteria and the viruses that you have. But we're just talking about a lot of elderly gets these, don't know they have low bone density, but end up injuring themselves, break a bone, and then you thinking they are healing, and they're not. You think that as they sitting there, just think of, our grandparents, like, I can say the issue of my sister. My sister She passed. She passed when I was like in my 30s. She has sickle cell anemia. This is another blood issue, but she has sickle cell anemia. So as she's laying there, she did develop bed sores, and she did develop, like, issues with her legs and bone infections. And I didn't realize I had lived through a lot of this stuff. But when you see a lot, and you're like, you're a kid, you don't really pay no mind to it. But we already know there is treatments out there. I'm just gonna put it like that. But you just see the effects, and you see their life. And it's like, you know it, she did have to be pushed around in a wheelchair. But it was just the point of, a lot of our elderly fall to, end up falling victim to this, because they don't really know, or see the bigger picture of, hey, well, maybe I need to make sure I keep my nails cut. I need to make sure that, I get strength training. I need to make sure that I am walking more, making sure that I am getting the right vitamins and nutrients, and making sure you need a little extra. I mean, a little extra, because let's be honest, a lot of our um you know parents, like my age, we got a lot of medications. Come on. You go to their house, you be like, dang, grandma, granddaddy, you take all that? And you be like, man, is this depleting you out of something? Because it can deplete you. Your body could, it all depends on the signs and symptoms of what they're taking. It could be robbing them, as far as by being constipated. Because if you constipated, think you constipated. It's like that. Even if you got diarrhea, either one. If you're constipated, you're reabsorbing. If you got diarrhea, you just depleting yourself for all electrolytes and the whole 9 yards. And then what kind of life expectancy, how you think the healing process is going to be? Is not going to be minimum. It's going to be, it's going to decrease. Let me use the correct words. It's going to decrease the healing. It's going to decrease the healing. And then you're going to be lying there longer than normal. And then your life expectancy decreases instead of increasing. Like, it's good to listen to some good music. That's why I'm always in my podcast. I'm always sending you good vibes and frequencies, because you need that. You need that, because you know you already know you can correct issues. You can correct, and you are, with just being happy and going somewhere, helping your you ever notice, let me turn this off. You ever notice that you'll have uh go to nursing homes and just sitting there laughing and enjoying, and sitting there having that conversation where there's two people talking, two people interchanging, they start smiling, and then that life, they be like, wow, and it's like giving them purpose, giving them a reason to wake up the next day. And not saying wake up the next day, meaning they be like, okay, I'll see you tomorrow, I'll see you next week. It just brings that little, that joy in them, where they're healing. Because it's all healing process. It's all about the healing process. And like I said, I know we should be talking about bone infection and leveling up. That's just the same thing. It's the same thing, because we need to level up. We need to level up. I mean, in all aspects of our lives. Because if you look at, you know, like I said, getting down to the bones of things, really, really getting down deep. You know what I'm saying? Because your blood is made through your bone marrow. So with the infection and with the bone, man, we don't want to lose that. We don't want to lose that, because, man, I can't even describe the pain. But I know that I have low bone density, and, well, had, I'm gonna put out that had. And I remember how I would twist my ankles so much, and my they call it rolling ankles. I don't know if have you ever heard of rolling ankles? I don't know. I don't know. People in the audience, please, have you ever heard of rolling ankles? I know I have. And I was like, are you making that crap up? Are you making that crap up? So I was like, man, I bumped this. So I would make sure that I put like a brace, because when y'all twist your ankle, where you walking to? You can't. You got to put crutches, or you got to lay up in lay up and put some ice on it. They call it what, rest. R, you got to elevate your leg and make sure it's whatever, you're getting some circulation and all the other stuff. But, I know y'all don't want no spraying. You don't want no spraying anything. You don't want no spraying anything. But just back to end up getting a if you end up getting a bone infection, you will be laying whatever, because it's going to be hard for you to move around with that limb. And just think, when anybody, when you have that toothache, you like, man, get it out, or you're gonna be thinking about his surgery. You ain't gonna be thinking about nothing. You ain't gonna think about saving the tooth. Same thing when people have issues and a lot of pain. You be like, let's just get rid of it. But it's good to just take the time and just go through it. Take your time, get the correct antibiotics. I'm gonna push you through the herbal stuff. I'm gonna push you with the herbal stuff, but just go ahead and do what you got to do. And I know people always look at like oregano and what is it, lemon balm, and which is Melissa, and they look at olive leaf, and what is that, cat's claw, or is it cat's claw? All these, we got some strong, but antibiotics. We have strong, echinacea. We're talking about stuff that's for, we're talking about want something that's going to reduce a fever. Because if you got a fever, you got a serious infection, whether it's bacterial or viral, you have something, especially like when I was saying, well, in the other video, it was like a couple of videos back, where it's like, I think, like cellulitis. A lot of people have cellulitis, where um, their skin is like soft to touch. And then it's best to take a pin, because this is reaches other things when you have that issue. Because, okay, so I remember when I cut the back of my leg. I was moving a glass. Yeah, I'm going to say, I was moving a glass table, and I was taking it to the trash, a glass table. And I don't know how or what, but I ended up cutting the back of my leg. So as I cut the back of my leg, the wound's open. I cleaned it up. Well, I thought I cleaned it up. I didn't really check, because I'm in pain. I'm hurt. And I'm like, how can I really check to get all the glass out? I couldn't. But anyway, cleaned it up, bandaged it up, went to the doctors to make sure I ain't have no stitches, because there's no way I can stitch the back of my leg. I was like, no, let me go make sure, because I was thinking how deep the cut was. I was thinking that I cut my Achilles tendon, because it's like right is, this is the heel, this is like the heel, and I cut like right here. I cut the back of my leg. Now, as I'm, taking care of it, I noticed that it swelled up a little bit. So as it swelled, I noticed the next day as I touched it, I said, "Ooh, what the hell?" And I checked, and I was like, so I went to the emergency room. They checked it. They said it needs stitches. Didn't need stitches, but they wrapped it up. And then I went home, and like I said, the next day I was like, wait a minute, I didn't get no antibiotics, but I wasn't gonna take that. I wasn't gonna take it. So I was gonna say I wasn't gonna take that anyway. But let me go ahead with the story. But I cut the back of my leg, and what I noticed, that it kept getting worse. So it was already, when you touch it, it was already warm. Matter of fact, it was hot. Just put it like this, because at first it was warm and it got hot. And a rule of thumb, they says, if you want to check and see if it's getting worse, take a pin. Yeah, pin. I know you're like, dang, you putting more infection on because you're writing a pin. But anyway, you write a mark, and as you know, it's getting, as it's spreading, it's getting worse. So as it's getting worse, family, you don't want that. You don't want it to get worse. That means the infection's getting worse. That means the worst thing you want to do is you don't want the infection, the pus and stuff to spill over to your blood. You don't want that. So you're supposed to save it. But anyway, as I was like, wait a minute, Viola, you know what to do. Go ahead and take care of it. So I was like, I started taking my little fireside. That's why I really started making that. And I was like, no, let me take care of it. And then, it started getting better. Swelling started going down. I went back, of course, I went back to the ER, because it did get worse. my ankle actually got worse, and she was saying that they should have put a stitch in there. They said they should have put 2 stitches in there, but you know how it goes. But anyway, but that's pretty much how it starts. And this is the stuff that we really got to look out for, especially with our elderly, especially with hip replacement or anybody. Because, children, it's a certain name, and I'm not going to try to describe this name, but it's a certain name that you get when you have these bone infections, because when the blood is has the you get staph infection, that other word, staphylococcus, and all this other stuff. But you got to realize, when you get that, when especially in your foot, what end up happening is, it starts dying, your foot starts dying, the bone starts dying, and it just spreads. And in there, if you look at the video, it'll show, like, you'll show you same thing like with which when we have sinus infections, because I'm slowly decreasing my sinus infections. Let's be honest. When you know look at your saliva, if it's clear, you're good. But when it starts getting yellow, you having an issue. And then when it's getting green, that's when something serious, something real serious, something's going on, and you need to check it. Same thing with that area, same thing with your limbs, because a lot of us, when we break our bones, sometimes we don't even know it's broken. We try to just, in the military, I'm gonna lie, you be all hoo-hoo, you be like, man, I'm good, let me bandage it up. That's a whole other story. You be like, shoot, move, and communicate, I'm good, let's bandage it up and keep going, when you need to go in there and get it set. Because sometimes it need to be, if you don't do it, and it and you get an infection, what you doing, you pretty much hurting yourself. But I'm not going to have this go long. But it's real serious that we check out our family's foot. Because if their foot is like dark, and then you see, I mean, I was gonna do a video, because I really wanted you to see the pictures. And no, I don't have any pictures, and I should bring it up on my phone, but we really gotta look at their foot. If their foot's deformed, or you see cuts or holes and stuff, or scrapes, or even the bottom of your foot, like our heel of our foot. Y'all know. Let me see. Y'all know. Y'all talking about this heel. Pretty much, the heel is all crusty, and that's not good either. It's not good. Yeah, I know. You be like, I build up that callus so I can be rough and nothing. No, no. When you have that, that's dangerous as well, because anything can get in there. When you got those cracks, and then you get to develop a hole, and if you get a cut, especially on your bottom foot, is dangerous. I'm talking about even if you get a hangnail or whatever. Y'all know, a splinter. All this stuff needs to be checked. It just needs to be checked. That's why it's always good. I ain't saying go out there and get a pedicure. You can do it your own. You can do your family. Get you some Listerine. I got a video of all the stuff that you can do with your feet. But I was just tripping, because I was like, Listerine wasn't made for the mouthwash. But anyway, put some Listerine on your feet if you got it. Stop using it as a mouthwash. Yeah, I said it. But it's so much stuff, the Epsom salt, you see the apple cider vinegar. You can do hemp. You can actually make your own hemp soap and put in your feet. Y'all see how now they got these clinics out where they go in there and they have this machine, and you sitting there and you detoxing your feet. All that stuff be coming out. All that stuff. We need the detox. We need to detox the whole body. You need detox, all this stuff. Look, I know it's a lot. If anybody has a question, y'all could put a comment. Let me know you're here. I know. Like I said, I was gonna, have internet problems. I'm not gonna stay on too long. It's already 30 minutes, but I just want to make sure that I speak about, bone infection, because since the young lady mentioned about her grandfather, and I promise you, family, just from her mentioning that, so far with 7 people I know that already had amputations. We're talking about within this last week. From that last video to now, 7 people I know who lost a limb because they had a bone infection. I mean, a lot of people don't know. A lot of people, I mean, like I said, when I be telling suffering in silence, there's a lot of people out here suffering in silence and they don't need to. A lot of people's like, well, let me just drag the foot, or let me just do this, and I don't want to hear it. And then it's that pride, it's their ego, and it's like, they have diabetes, and you got to make sure, but just want to make sure circulation. I'd be like, dang, I need to buy them all some cayenne pepper. I'm serious. And look, family, please go back to the video. Make you some fire cider. I don't even care if you just make what is this? Three, not three glasses. I don't even care if you make three, not 3 cups, 16 cups. I mean, 16 ounces. I don't even care if you make 8 ounces, because all you need is a shot. You just need a shot. You don't take it a lot. You take a teaspoon or a tablespoon. It all depends on your body weight. Family, a lot of us are not taking stuff correctly because we need to take it as our body weight. I can go but age and all that, but it's your body weight too, because it has to circulate. That stuff has to circulate in your body. Same way I was showing you the pictures. Just because we get up in age, that doesn't mean we need to gain a lot of weight. And this is what happened. We start moving slow. We start gaining the weight that we really don't. And we put so much pressure on our bones. So much pressure on our bones. And I'm not saying that that's why you break a bone, but a lot of us is just not absorbing. And I'm going to say this again. We can talk about vitamins all day long, but no one's checking the minerals. Yeah, I know a lot of us doing is CMOS, but are you taking enough CMOS? Are you taking what's necessary? You know, some of us need a little extra. Sometimes you may not be getting enough magnesium or iodine. Some people are getting their daily recommended. Some people are, but remember, we're all different. We're all drinking different waters out here. All this mislabeling of food, and I know I spoke about this on my podcast this morning. A lot of us don't realize the stuff that we're buying stuff from these companies. These companies have actually sold, they actually sold out because they lost because of the demic. It was so many reputable, diehard companies that I would go with, that I was like, nope, I know they're good. I know they're going to take care of me. I know it's organic. I know it's organic. But a lot of these companies, I'm like, man, what happened? Why is, we talking about now, we talking about 2022. It's May 2022. I'm talking about way back in 2019 when everything was right. After, well, it wasn't right, but you just, stuff just was like this, and your eye opened, and some of us eye open, and then it's like, wait a minute, a demic what? So, as of March 20, and between March 2020, which was 2020 vision, I know, but going to now, between then and now of 2022, a lot of business failed. And they didn't fail. It's just that what happened? They couldn't compete with what was going on. You know, a lot of people, stores closed because food spoiled, because of, they were a how can I put it? They were a brick and mortar. So a lot of things, a lot of reputable companies that was all organic and had pure, I mean the cleanest, the best, and I mean the best force failed, and they end up going out of business and been bought up by bigger fish, bought up by other companies, and they still using the same, nope, they still saying the same thing as the other people, the original people, but it ain't the same quality. It ain't the same quality. It ain't the same quality, and that's the scary part. So you thinking you get the same quality, and you sitting here buying this stuff, like, wait a minute, why am I feeling different? That's why you're feeling different, because it's not organic. It's not organic. It's probably switch with something, and people don't realize is when we get how can I just want to make sure I say this right, because I ain't no doctor. I'm just a herbalist and going into herbs, and you study, you think about these organs, but a lot of things that we take, and it's like, is it absorbing in my body? For one, um is it doing what it needs to do? You got to be careful about certain things you say, but you're just wondering, am I taking this right? Is it doing what it needs to do? You know, do I need to, you know, well, we do, regardless of anything, we do need to research. We need to research the company. And I know sometimes you can't find, I know it's hidden and it's showing here and it's showing there. It's a lot of companies like there's a lot of companies out there. Let me just change the subject. Let me change the subject. We're supposed to be talking about leveling up our bones, taking care of our bones, making sure that our body is getting copper, iron, zinc. We need these things, potassium, manganese. You're like, what the hell is that? All right, now you need to take it. You need to get it. And sometimes we have to take the correct iron, the correct, it's the correct zinc. It's a lot of things out here that we think we're taking the right stuff and we're not. We're not. And you're just wondering why your bones are not developing. You're wondering why your bone, you got low bone density. We're not really out in the sun. It's all these things incorporate together. But bottom line, family, bottom line is just that, you know, getting into the bones, really getting into the bones. It's like a whole other story. It's a whole other story. And I just thought it was cute. I said, let's level up our bones. I thought it was cute. I really did. I ain't gonna lie. But just knowing that people are losing their limb and don't even know that they have infections and stuff until the last minute. Because when you get gangrene, you do have to go on there in surgery and scrape that out. You cannot have that dead tissue. And I kept researching, and I haven't seen anything that said that gangrene reverses. I'm not even gonna go there. I'm not even gonna say it, but you have to cut. When you get gangrene, you got to cut that out. That's dead tissue, dead bone. That's dead. It's no circulation or nothing. And the worst thing you want is amputation. You don't. So I know with these situations, a lot of things that's the only time I would say it's definitely surgery, because there's ways that you get, the bones infection is, like I said, the ways you get the bone infection is if you broke a bone, have artificial limbs or whatever, artificial things in your body, even nails, those pins, those nails can cause issues and your body can reject it, and you can, get the inflammation, the swelling, and once you get the pus and all that gets into your blood, the blood gets in and goes to the bone, that's it. You got to take it out. No matter what, family, you must take that object, those objects, it must come out. No question. No ifs, ands, buts, no collecting $200, no going to go. No, nope, 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 nope. You got to take it out. It has to come out. The body's rejected it, and you just got to take it out. So, I just want to make sure I just touch on that. But that's all I have, fam. That's all I have. I appreciate you guys listening. I really appreciate it. But anybody got any questions? I know that a lot of times that, we look at our elderly, I would say our, how can I put it? Because it's not really our, older generations, your grandma, your grandparents, your great grands, if you got great grands, or some people got their great grands still alive. It depends on, how you started having children. We got to take a look at, your whole body, because a lot of times we don't even pay attention to our teeth. We don't pay attention to our teeth until it start hurting. And I mean, really hurting. And, sometimes you be like, nah, it's fine because I don't have the money. I mean, I remember I had my tooth. Well, y'all know we got these. But anyway, I ate too much candy and didn't take care of my teeth. So I had a filling. I was like, I need to get these fillings out anyway. But anyway, the filling came out and my tooth cracked. And you talking about that air and that hurting food going in there. It was no joke. So I went and found, I already talked about, I went and found a naturopathic dental place. It was up in what is it? Fort, what is it? A Rockfish, Maryland. I went and I got that thing done. I was like, man, and we spent $3,000 later. Yes, one tooth, $3,000 later. I'm like, what the hell? What? Yes, so I already know how expensive it is, and I'm telling you, and I'm not sure because it was well, a herbalist, because she was a herbalist and she was, impressing me. I was like happy. I was like, I already told y'all the story, but I was like, man, if that's 3,000, imagine going and get your foot and having surgery and them going in there because it ain't saying that you have to go fully asleep to get anesthesia, but you do need to numb that leg. And I know they do it's called a nerve block. You get that nerve block and get that, but same thing, other things that can cause. A lot of people have nerve damage. You have nerve damage, you don't feel anything. You got nerve damage, it could be blockage. So if you have a blockage, you think anything circulating down on that limb, especially your limb family, because a lot of us clogged, and main reason have heart attacks and stuff with your head. We don't want any clogged anything. So just take care of your bones, because we want the minerals that go in there. We want the vitamins that go in there. We want to just definitely make sure that we are, absorbing this. And you're like, how absorbing? If you're getting better, and and if you're the person that like have lots of colds and lots of allergies well, you get viruses, and those wounds slow healing. Yeah, then that, man, are these herbs, am I absorbing this stuff? You be like, wait a minute, that is taking a long time. But when it's quick, you know, you can tell. Look, everybody know your body. Your body talks to you. Your body talks to us. And everybody's different. I know I'd be checking, I'd be like, okay, that feels this, and you can feel your body. You can actually meditate, do some yoga, stop sleeping on that yoga, because all these are healing aspects. All this, especially being out in the sun. But anyway, you just want to make sure that you're doing what you need to be doing about your body. But I did wanted to share this, I did want to share this, and I don't know if I should put this on, but I just want people to think about some things that's going on. I'm gonna just move this closer, but I want everybody to actually go and check this out. I'm just gonna show it real fast, but it's about leveling up, and we talking about leveling up. Getting to the bones of things. You want to get in the middle. Not in the middle, but it's good to see things and I can't even say it, but so we already know that like me sitting here right here in my house, you with this system, we got these systems, and to get out the system, it's getting even harder. It's getting even harder, and I need you. No, Carrie, I'm not gonna play it, but I need you to go and look at certain things. Like, I want you to go on to let me get it. It's called let's see, it's called stewpeters.com. So if you go to stewpeters.com, or if you go Queen of Future Freedom, if you go look at her Instagram page, I want you to watch this video, and it's called Who. It's just capital W dot capital H dot capital O, and it's called Voting to Crush Sovereignty. We talking about getting to my leveling up. I want y'all to level up. Yes, at the end of the video, but I need y'all to level up. It's trying to crush us leveling up. Yeah, it's trying to crush us leveling up. And I'm not going to play it, but I just want you to see it. I just want you to see. This is what I want you to view. I want you to view there, because I actually want you to go on there and vote. Send an email and make sure y'all get your vote in. Just get your vote in. I know it's like it's May 5th, May 16th. So make sure y'all get your vote in. Get your vote in. So I'm gonna leave it there, family. But take care of the bone infections. Let's not wait. Let's not wait until these bone infections get so bad, and I mean so bad, that it's no reversal. Because there is reversal. There is help. There's help. I mean, we change our mindset and stick with truth, family. I don't mean stick with truth. Truth. The truth. So I'll play a little bit. I just want you to get some. Let me see if I play a little bit, because you know how it is.
Assembly, which is all of the nations coming to Geneva to decide your future. Just like when Nancy Pelosi said, oh.
So I just want to put that. So Definitely check it out because I want you to be in the know. I want you to level up. I want you to level your life up. I hope y'all get what I'm saying. But look, family, y'all don't have any questions. I'm going to go ahead and end for now. So I'm going to say peace and making sure you're watching this. I just want to make sure you're watching this. All right, family. I just want to make sure you're watching this. Okay. So you see it. Bye, family.